Hey everyone, I wanted to give you a quick but overdue, I know, update on my Nest next generation thermostat. And of course, as you might or might not know, link will be below, but I did do a video late last year in 2012, regarding my installation and a little bit of an overview about what the Nest is. Of course, you can check out Nest.com to find out a little bit more, actually a lot more. They do a much better job than I will to tell you about what the Nest is, but this is a learning thermostat. This is literally a very sophisticated device, but don't confuse that with complexity because it's such a simple user interface and it's almost like a set it and forget it kind of device. And so I'll give you a couple of the key pieces here that I thought that really stand out for me, that I've really enjoyed, and I think you'll enjoy it as well. And also, I wanted to congratulate Nest on some recent growth in their business. Congratulations. I also have a recommendation for you as a company regarding a target market with this device. I'll give you that information in a moment. But first and foremost, this device has already saved us so much money. I mean, I think our bill has been cut by something like 35 or 40%. What? 35 or 40%? Are you kidding? I'm not kidding. I'm really not kidding. So here's the thing. This thermostat really does learn your habits. I mean, it starts out a few days, you dial the thermostat here, you dial the thermostat here, and it figures out like, oh, he likes it at this temperature. But then it learns when I'm home, it's got a sensor built into it. And so it knows that I leave in the morning. I mean, we have a family, we've got kids and my wife, and so it knows, okay, by this time, people are out of the house. Somebody might come home in the middle of the day, or we might come home at the end of the day. It figures it out. How's it figure it out? I think it's like the Force. I don't know. I named my thermostat Yoda because I figured it was. My kids get a kick out of it because I use the Force. But actually what I really use is this app. And so money savings, not just dollars and cents, but time. Time is money. So tenfold return on that investment. And I've really appreciated that. Thank you, Nest. The app. This app on an Android device has been awesome. And this will also lead into a suggestion that I have for Nest and regarding, who I think this should also be targeted to. So we went away on a trip recently to California. Now it's a 2-hour flight from Colorado to California, where we were in San Diego. And so we, instead of having having our cooling system run all week, or just turning it off and then coming home to a hot environment, because people say like, well, I can just turn my cooling system off. I can turn the HVAC off while I'm away so that I'm not wasting dollars and cents. That's all not flying out the window while I'm somewhere else. Well, yeah, but can you program it so that it knows exactly when you're going to come home, or you can tell it when you're coming home? Probably not, but Nest can. So I tell Nest, from the app right here, you can use the internet or the app, we're going to be away. Boom, clicked away, and all right, so then it turns everything off, turns the cooling off. I still know from California what's going in the home. I know how hot it is, because by the time we were ready to come back home, before I got on the plane, I got on the plane, and before we had to turn off our devices, I told Nest, I'm coming home. Yeah, I'm coming home. Really? Actually, I didn't do it like that. There's a little toggle switch here. You just go in here to the device and you switch from away to home. Now the house was something like 87 degrees. I didn't want to come home to 87 degrees in the house, 88 degrees, whatever it was. And so it gave it enough time from the time we left San Diego, came here to Denver, got the bags, got in the house. It was the temperature that I like it at the time of day that I like it. Or that temperature at that time of day. So when we rolled in, it was nice and chill instead of just this hot, stuffy box that was closed up for a week. Now, this leads in, pay attention, Nest and some of the users out there, or the community members out there, especially for those who are dealing with a family member or maybe work in a field such as myself in healthcare, where we need some control in the community with these types of devices. So this device personally helped me. My mom lived with us while she was in hospice. Because of some of the medications that she was on, and because of some of the diagnoses that she had, she would be hot 1 hour, cold the next hour, or the next 2 hours, whatever it was. And see, I would be out in the community somewhere and she would call me and say, I'm hot. So from my phone, I could say, okay, dial it down manually, dial it down so that so the heat would cut off and she would start to cool down. Then she'd call me a couple hours later. I'm freezing. So then I turn it back up. Now Nest certainly was trying to learn that, but in the beginning that was hard. But what Nest understood was that someone was home during the day, and so that it would kick on the heat because someone was home during the day. But Nest, I don't know that you were sophisticated enough just to say, oh, she's gonna be hot in an hour, so I'll kick it up. I mean, it really tried, because I saw the data, and it was interesting how Nest was trying to go along with that schedule, but it was really nice to have this type of control. Think about this, as a caregiver, whether it's your family member or professionally. Let's say your family member's thousands of miles away. Mom and dad get one of these devices. Either you personally install it or somebody installs it, and it starts learning, their patterns and how they like things. But hey, things happen. Weather changes drastically, situations change drastically, and Nest tries to keep up, but sometimes we need to help it a little bit. And how awesome would that be if you were 3,000 miles away on the other side of the country and you could log in or use an app and dial it up or dial it down based on what mom and dad need right there at that moment, and troubleshoot the device. I mean, I used to get these calls all the time from when my mom was thousands of miles away and her computer was all messed up, and I'd have to log in remotely to fix her computer. Well, this is great, because this is something that you can remotely do. And so I work in environments where we have group home settings, foster care, people who have disabilities and just need some help, because sometimes you'll walk into a home and it's like an ice box in there, and they're freezing too, but they couldn't figure out the thermostat, and so everything's frozen. So you can help them. I mean, Nest learns what they like, and you can also help them from a distance by controlling their environment so that they can stay comfortable. And I think that these devices could be well utilized in situations of home health care, hospice, foster care, group home settings, and the like. So that's just my suggestion to Nest. I think that's an untapped market that we could get into. When I say we, why don't you call me? Help me out. I'd love to help you out. I would love to consult for you and help you get these devices in to people's homes, to people's organizations, because this allows us as clinicians, as caregivers, providers, gives us a little bit of control, because we have so much stress and so much on our plate, so many things to deal with already. This little piece of technology eliminates a lot of that and gives us so much control. So yeah, give me a call and say, oh, already? Oh, it's actually my wife. I hadn't even uploaded this to YouTube. I thought Nest was already calling me. Anyway, hit me up. I would love to definitely be an evangelist for you. This is a fantastic product, and I'll just continue using it. I will continue to promote it, and I think you should go out and get one. So go. Get out. Go get one now. Quick.